Well, good evening, good evening, good evening, my friends. I'm Sentient Dessert, and we are back with some learning time. So I did do some offline playing, well, off-stream playing, I should say, because I wanted to get a few things done. I did not complete any quests. I did complete the Odin Fate, though. I learned that if I tried to explain the Odin Fate, I would have failed considerably because, it changed from the last time I visited Odin. So there's that. So I'm gonna have to learn what's going on there, and it was also no longer a level 50 Fate. It looked like it was a level 60 character that we were fighting, but everybody that was in the party I joined was level 70, so it's a level 70 Fate in a level 30 area. I don't know what's going on there. I think they updated it because they did add a duty trial that is fighting Odin, and it looked like it was along the same lines. I also completed a lot in the hunt quest, the hunting log. So I knocked out some things that didn't really, that I'd already gone over most of the stuff for it. So there's that. Let's see. What else did I do? I was basically just collecting a bunch of seals to get up to Flame Sergeant rank 2. If you can get to Flame Sergeant rank 1, that allows you to start trading in green and basically any dungeon gear that you pick up. Now let's take care of the snow pup. Hello, snow pup. So we are doing that. Now the reason I was getting this Flame Sergeant rank 2 is because of this quest. The quest which originally unlocked the Zamail Darkhold, which is not going to be the next dungeon. I think it's going to be after that, because there's the Darkhold, but the one that we want to go to first. Around here? I thought it was in here. Snowcloak. Stone Vigil is the next one we go to. This is level-wise. I'm trying to do the duties in order. And just double-checking. And yeah, Stone Vigil is next. So either I will hit 50 before we are ready for Stone Vigil, or I will hit 50 before and get a shiny new weapon. Anybody that is familiar with game might know what weapon I've got. That's acceptable. Alright, alright. I also noticed that when I'm recording, the microphone doesn't pick me up if I start with an F sound. So whatever comes after the F, that is what it's heard. Alright, sorry about that. I was waiting for some emergency vehicles outside to pass by. It gets hot here, I've got the windows open. So, you hear a lot of sirens occasionally. I always say, I hope everybody's okay. Help? Nope, I cannot help. That is part of a guild leave. Established astrologian. Now, I'm not doing any of the story quests on this. I'm not reading the story, I should say. I am doing the learning. If you want to go through the storyline, you can try out the game yourself. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, and to a lesser extent, I think there is a Macintosh version, but who really uses a Mac for gaming? I mean, that's really like, you know, using a stick as a fishing pole. It'll do the job, but it's not the right one for what you're trying to do. So, yeah, we might hit 50 just from quest completions. We're at 36, and we need to hit 41 for the next duty. Oh? Ah, yes, you're inside. Ah. Joints aren't playing nice with me today. Recover the stolen wares. So, tonight, we're going to get through Stone Vigil and, the Male Darkhold. Gee, I wonder if something is waiting for me over by that last box of stolen wares. I'm being watched. I'm being attacked. Even when what you're fighting couldn't possibly cause you harm, it's recommended to observe, just to keep in the habit. Proper, fighting. Because you never know if you're going to come across a low-level thing that's actually got, like, an insta-death skill. Could be in here. It's an old man. Maybe. I take that back. It's a young boy. Specifically, a young Ellison boy. Oh, you have to go up to Camp Dragonhead. Camp Dragonhead. Now, this was the only part of, Ishgard? Yeah, I think it's Ishgard. That we had in Realm Reborn. And it seemed like out of sorts, kind of like Mordona is out of sorts as well. Archifant, hello my friend. If you want to find out how cool Harshafont is, you need to play the game. I'm gonna keep telling you to play the game. Because you really should play the game. And for those curious, I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. Oh. Gotta run around and make ourselves known. Had to make sure I had it. Only complaint is that it's always snowing and you can never see the stars here. Which would actually be kind of cool if they had, like, a Borealis type thing because of extreme weather. Ump. Yeah, if you see what's going on in chat, it would find a lot of the WoW players of old school Barons chat, before Cataclysm ruined it. Watching a video earlier about famous video game cheaters. And one of them that they mentioned was as soon as, or rather shortly after, um, WoW Classic came out, there was a guild that got themselves banned because they found a way to, um, they found a good way of cheating one of the bosses. They had to go into one file and change a couple of values, and that made a platform disappear in one endgame raid, so they went and they farmed the raid, which, what it sounded like, they were able to actually reset. Like, unless they were doing it on multiple characters, which is possible. But they would farm a 40-man raid and get the items and sell stuff. Gonna cheat at a game. Make sure it's one that you play by yourself. Yesterday while I was doing a few of the things to things up, doing the hunt log yesterday, I came across what would be considered in this game actual cheaters. They had gibberish names, meaning that they were part of gold farming group, and they were literally teleporting all over the place. Now, the Final Fantasy games, both 11 and 14, both have a similar system in that they will, they are susceptible to certain types of hacks. And if you're found to be using those hacks, you will get your account banned. So don't cheat in an online game like this. You're just, you will get caught. And all your effort will basically be wasted. I know when I was playing 11, my Link Shell and we would, go to an area to look for certain enemies. Notorious monsters, as they were known in that game, which are rare spawns that pop up at certain locations around the area. And so we would go to the locations that it spawns and just, like, camp there while chatting. And if it spawned in one spot, they would engage. And, we would all rush over to where they were at. Help. Now, the teleporting hacks that they used back then, it would do a scan of the zone as it's active every few seconds, and if there was a notorious monster that spawned, it would teleport them right to the monster. And then they would script it out, attacks and whatnot. So they don't look kindly on people that use stuff like that. And the terms of service says you're not allowed to use any level 50. Level 50. We're going to go do the Paladin quest momentarily, but the terms of service say that you're not allowed to use external software to modify the game in any way. This is specifically for okay, so that is specifically... I'll finish the thought before I move on. You're not allowed to use software that modifies the game in any way. That is specifically referring to things like the teleport hack, the phishing hack, the various things that people use to exploit the game to, you know, uh, mechanize it so basically turning your character into a bot or, you know, doing things you're not supposed to be doing. Now, just don't do it. They're out there, but I can strongly say don't do it. Now, let's turn that off. See this nice little tiny thing I've got right here on my hip? That is a Zangetsu, which is the sword that Odin has. And when you pull it out, it becomes something rather nice. It was the first weapon that I really sought in this game on my main character, and because I was wandering around when tension started in the Black Shroud, I was able to get an Odin kill and get the 5 items that I needed to trade for it. So, we're gonna go do the level 50 Paladin quest. We will come back here and continue on this path, trying to unlock the next dungeon, but I just want to get the Paladin's Tabard. Yeah, we want to go to the Chamber of Rule. Hello, Genlins. This will also give us one very important skill. It is the Paladin's ultimate defense, Hallowed Ground. Lasts for 10 seconds, you become impervious to most attacks. There are some attacks sent by certain bosses that will penetrate. Now, because there is a small lag in the game, when activating Hallowed Ground, you can take lethal damage before the game registers that you've activated it. So just be warned that you should try to pop it before you think you're going to be taking severe damage. Yep. Followed inlands to Snowcloak. Gee, who could have thought we were going to Camp Dragonhead again? Oh. Rock of Ages is up. No one has engaged, but that's okay. What quests do... Ring of Fire, Zavara's Fall. Okay, that's going to be up at the north. Zavara's Fall is going to be right there. The second in a chain, but nobody's up there, it looks like. On the ropes, guys have it. That is going to be one that's right here. And he taketh it with his eyes. Is that the... That might be the Behemoth fight. Ishgardian architecture I like. Very medieval Europe. Well, maybe later Middle Ages. So I decided to start making a list of the random things that I start thinking about or talking about, just to make an entire video on it. So that, you know, I might be talking about it here, but I can expand on it and make it more specialized for a longer video, or what have you. Oh, an Ahriman and a demon. Proceed. Now, the fun thing is I've got a sword that is really cool looking. Bad thing is it's only item level 50, meaning that it is rather weak. And kill the eye first. Oh, we've got Circle of Scorn. Oh, Circle of Scorn is so wonderful. So, I'm also planning on doing a video going through every class and going through the skills. Just explaining what the skills are, what they do, and when they're best utilized. Right? Come on, that's not gonna be it. Where's the big one? Okay, Death's Embrace Master. Oh. Wonder if that's it. What do you think? I think this is... Oh. I forgot how beautiful this area was. I say that a lot, because I haven't been back to areas in a long time. Found it! Excuse me, third, did you drop Grimoire? Or Grimoire? Mage, the Grimoire, it's a trap. Oh, he's running down. Oh, it's gonna be fun to do the level 50 duties. I am going to be editing out the cutscenes. Usually it's the other way around. People keep the cutscenes and edit out all the other stuff. Okay. Defend. When are you gonna heal me, or is it gonna be a no heal type situation? Okay. They're casting Cure. Now back in the day, Cure was a skill that you could do cross class. Alright, I need to stay on this guy, it looks like. So you could, you actually had to level up a secondary class in order to get your job. So like for Bard, you had to do Black Mage, I think it was. For Paladin, you had to do White Mage. Well, precursor to White Mage. So you had to have two jobs, or two classes, at the one that you wanted to get your thing in at 30, and the other one at 15, which is a holdover from Final Fantasy XI, and it did not go over very well when you had later stuff done, so they eventually scrapped that and just streamlined everything. Now you can just play one job and you don't have to switch. Turn to the Steps of Nald. Alright, Aethernet. For rule. Now, after this point, the Paladin quests will continue, but I believe you have to unlock, you have to go into 50 plus content, which is Heaven's Word. So you got 50 plus content, and then the next one is going to be at level 52. Hallowed Ground. You come and visit Genlands again at 52 after you have entered, there I am. I am a paladin with a sword. Now, go to Orthus. So I checked something earlier today too. When I was buying the sword, there are other pieces of gear that you can get as equipment. One of them is the full body armor that Odin has, and it's a chest piece that takes up all 4 slots. I think all 5 slots. But it just looks really cool, for one. But it's only item level 50, so it's less than what I've got now. I don't know why they had it in there. The gratis gear was much more powerful. Rickman! I highly recommend that you pay attention to the storyline. I feel story-wise the prologue for this game ends when you are no longer... when all three branches of the starting locations turn into a single path. Now, a bit of storyline that isn't really ruining anything. Ishgard doesn't like dragons. That is basically the plot for Heavensward. Ishgard doesn't like dragons. Hi, Bergie. Have you for me? Oh, so in other news, I ran the benchmark today for this game. When Endwalker comes out, I'm gonna be able to run it at relatively high settings. So I'm happy. I don't run at the highest settings because there are some things that do not appear as good even at high settings. And I tend to have people's particle effects turned off aside from my own. Because that can really cause some issues. Hello, Snowpup. Oh, that completed it. That completed it. Ooh. Oh wow, it's only less than 1 million to get to the next level. I kind of recall it being twice that. De-leveled. Wow. I have never experienced this. That means the quest instance, the server that handles the quest instances is full. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to be close to 60 by the time I finish all the 50 content. Probably higher. So it's going to make the questing just kind of base roll. Okay, Alderic the Undying. Well, the quests are going to be face roll until you come to instanced stuff. Not going, not going down. I go talk to Archifont again. Have to go back. Nope. Okay. There's a lot to do in the game. It's joked about that the true end game is cosmetics on your character, and I can get behind that. Because finding the best glamour can be a little difficult. Kind of have one that I use for monk. Oh, are we? What level are we at? 38. We're getting close. We have to go over to White Brim Front. But the glamour that I've got that I like to use for monk is not complete. Gotta try to complete it. It's basically been the same since the beginning because the specific gear that I would need is not in the game. So I just went with approximations. And it works. At least there are sunglasses in the game. Catnia. Oh. We got one of the fates. Up, down. Level sync. Top tank. Try to draw. So, as a tank, if you want to climb the... there we go. So what we're going to do is pull him towards the middle. And let them, and I hope there's a healer here. I need to get my bird out. Run out. Come back in. I do not have a heal yet. Definitely get out of that. you don't want to move it too far from where it was pulled from. When you are level synced, you can't run out of the area and get stuff done proper. So, what we got from that is the Pudgy Puck, which is a summonable pet. And we got 27,000 experience and some flame seals. But that was a good tanking exercise. When you get a fate, yeah, let's talk about that as well. When you get into a fate like that and you've got to sink down, you've got to make sure that you stay within the bounds of the fate. Because if you move out of it, you will, you'll lose your level sync. And you'll have to re-enter the area and resync. Which means that if you, like, popped any skills right before you ran out, everything gets stripped. Like, Hallowed Ground will completely get removed. Fight or flight gets removed. Tank stance gets removed. Merchant and mender. Let us repair our gear. Albois. Nope, we gotta go above. So, when you do fates, and especially one where there's a boss like that, if I had run out of the area, since I did not know where he had been, where the boss had initially been pulled from, if I had moved too far away, the boss would have reset and we would have had to start all over. And trust me, starting those fates all over is a pain in the butt. I wonder if Behemoth has been updated like Odin was. Come on, there you are. You have little faith. Is this above? Above. Yep, it's above. Drillamon. Hello, Drillamon. I'm doing good things for your people. Yay. If I talk to him, nothing happens. He just goes through his stuff. He's not the quest giver, is he? Yeah, he is. Or is it above us? Now that would be fun. Building something like this in Minecraft. Rebuilding, I should say. Okay. Not up here. It's not up here. Gonna jump down to the bottom. Re-enter. There it is. Ostfort. Takes us to that location. Key items on targets. Oh, went the wrong way. Too busy updating my bird. Now the thing is, doing the hunt log, it's better to do it when you can. I'll talk about hunt log and hunts as well. A nice little text file open. There's somebody doing something nice. Ravenous mud puppy. Okay, dark cider vinegar. some enemies. You can do that too. You here to do that quest too? You might be here to do that quest. I'll stick around. Yep. It's one of those quests that you have to use the item on it in order to progress the quest. There you go. There you go. See, helping people out. But I got the collector's edition. You know, I keep hearing crickets, and I think it's coming from the game, but it's coming from outside. So, with quests like that, where you've got an item that you've got to use on the enemy before it dies, as I was telling those two, it can occasionally be you don't get credit unless you use the item. So even if you manage to kill the thing, you have to have altered it first. So pay attention to that. If you're wondering why you're not getting credit for your kill, that's why. I believe that was one of them because it was a matter of tenderizing the meat. Or flavoring the meat. Who wants... kind of wonder what the food in these games tastes like. I'm pretty sure that with the influx to this game, Binging with Babish might tackle some of the food from this. I think they would go for... I mean, there's really no... signature dish from this game. We get to choose what we want. Well, there's a name that you've never seen in a Final Fantasy game before. They ice sprites and get their cores. I'm not going to go south, I'm going to go north. Now, it's not really an issue in the Ogre world, the world map. Outdoors. There is a small issue with fates going down before you can get there. It used to be a problem at times, but they've heavily modified how fates work so that if there are a lot of people working on it, then you won't get stuck. Oh, we should get our buddy out. Bird died a few times in there. Okay, we got our 3 cores. What mounts do I actually have? I've got the Coral, got the Fat Chocobo, got the Ahriman, I've got Behemoth, I've got Griffin, Slydra, I have the Falcon, and I've got the Grani. Well, I could not get a physical copy of the collector's edition for Shadowbringers because of financial constraints. I did get the collector's edition digital as a gift from a friend. Really good friend. He's actually been helping me since 2.0. Tried to recruit him a lot of times because he actually was doing a lot of the gathering and helping gather items so that I could make the neck pieces to turn in. So let's go outside. Very nice person. But yeah, we're getting close to being able to do the dungeons. This is 40. Alphanod. Annoying little brat. I don't like him. Search the area outside Whitebrim Front for clues. Oh, I forgot you could go down there. Wait for a heal. Half-life should be good for this. Now, because Paladin's skills, their AoEs are point blank, you want to position yourself to do things. We dig through the snow mound. Find the Inquisitor's corpse. We have inspected the corpse. Do I get up or... I don't remember how to get up. Yes, in this way. Oh, that's right, you have to go around from the outside. Means that an attack from that direction would actually be rather effective. Permanent. Might actually be better. Nope. Bloomed oak maquaddle. Maquahuitl. The raptor skin targe. I prefer my my shield to the targes. Really? Sometimes I feel that this game could benefit from having an arrow pointing the direction to the quest NPC. Especially when they do it like this. They did not need to put everybody in the same building like that. Search the area, white room front. I know I'm a small streamer and a small YouTuber, but I do love this game. I wouldn't be playing it after so long and have logged I've got just over a day on this character played. I've got 325 approximate days played in my other character, and I'm not one of the people that stays logged in even though I'm not doing anything. I'll log out and then come back and re-log in. And now that they've instituted the auto log out, you can't do that. So that's 325 days of actually playing the game. Over 12,000 hours if you're trying to calculate, I believe. There were not so many ways of getting experience back in the day. Everything which I am doing sped up by stuff like the challenge log. Rested XP comes faster, it feels. Could be wrong. And of course the quests gave less experience. I think the hunting log is the only thing that hasn't changed. Speaking of the hunting log, let's take out some hipposurfs. So, first skill we'll get is going to be at level 54. I don't know if I can... I don't know if that's a gratis or if I have to do a quest for it. I think skills are gratis after 50. Just that if you can get it, doesn't mean that you will have it. Someone's killing crocodiles. Yay, we go to level 44. Oh, we can see this. Sometimes forget. Inquisitor Yame. Cast rotten meat. Let's summon some wormhounds. Also, watch out for your NPCs. Your NPCs can die. It's best not to let them die. Golly, this is a lot easier with an AoE. Again, I did this as a bard before. Oh. He done turned himself into a dragon. Right. Do I need to kill those, or are you gonna... Be okay. Well, I can stand in that, and I won't get hit. Dodge. Okay, so key is down. Stun this guy, take the threat off of the guy that's almost dead. Und we will be victorious. Tetsuken. The name of my weapon. Right. All right. When I get the option, I'm going to flip some stuff from the Aqua Teen movie. Okay, we talked to Alphanod, and this should send us to Stone Vigil. In pursuit of the past. Yup. Send me to Stone Vigil now. Speak with Nathalion, standing in front of Stone Vigil. So we are going to enter Stone Vigil shortly. It's a fun dungeon. Some mechanics, ways that I learned how to do the bosses and whatnot. Now, many of these dungeons have a return to them where you, story-wise or lore-wise, go back and visit the spot, and it's a harder version for whatever reason. Stone Vigil. Your selection. Stone Vigil. It would be funny if I got in with these guys. They're not cute. Being a tank has its advantages. It's one of the reasons that I decided to do this series as a tank first. We're waiting for you. There we go. Stone Vigil. Alright, let's do this. This is going to be full of dragons, and even being nerfed, it still can be difficult. A lot of things to watch out for. There are traps, environmental traps. Mostly just dragons appearing and spitting fire at you. I think the first one's going to be here. Yeah, the Dragon Evis here is going to be one of the issue mobs in here because of electric ventilation. There are going to be a lot of those guys. It's best not to move ahead of the tank in this place because you can and will pull stuff. Like that. I'd like to get these guys down a bit before grabbing the other dragon because it can be taxing. The mouse, there it is. This room could be a nightmare at times. But we got a few people that are... somebody hasn't gone to monk yet. Don't have to pull everything. Gotta pull this guy. Guessing that that person is either new or they're just playing to see if they can get monk as high as they can. But it is rare to see somebody that... No, they know what they're doing. Okay. Got that guy, he's gonna drop down. Blazing Trail. The thing that I'm finding interesting with this monk is that it's very clear that I'm pulling through to the other side. And they are just moving back and forth through everything. Alright, first boss. Everybody's down. This boss will randomly run away during the fight. And when he does, you want to be standing behind him. Because he's going to stop, turn, and breathe in the direction. Lion's Breath is extremely difficult to dodge. And I've basically gotten to the point where I don't dodge anymore. Because you can't really get behind it. Out of the way. If you do not dodge the attack, you basically get struck with silence and ability, or weapon skill lock. So when he runs, base. If you're not going to make it, pop a skill, pop a sprint. It is easier to just soak that. See if I can... Nope. This boss is not stunnable. Don't try it. Well, our healer is silenced. So I'm gonna pop a cooldown. Healer is no longer silenced. So this boss is relatively tank and spank. I remember him running twice in the past, so there goes the second run. And that is the end of that. Eisentanzer. Axe. So, if you go right, there are going to be chests that have some potions or gear. I tend to not go that way. Okay, the carrier Ziz in here is going to be one of those that okay. That was close. Keeping an eye on the Dragon Evis. Okay. Going to stop. Oh, there are two left. My mistake. I didn't see the outflyer. Okay. I'm gonna let them finish that guy up. The Evis should go down quickly. There's gonna be another drop down here. Another one of the fire-breathing drakes is gonna come down. What I've done in the past is... no line of sight. Okay. I would run up there, taunt, and then come down. But it wasn't letting me line of sight it, so... don't like popping my cooldowns right here, because there's some big pulls that come a little bit after this, along this hallway right here. And I'm going to go in and do one of the chests simply because there are items from this place that I want to craft with. So I might as well get some experience points and try to get those. Yeah, well not, yeah, this hallway. Sorry, I did not mean down here, I meant this hallway. And here they are. I'm thinking the next hallway that's like this. So, I see the Evis coming. Top rampart. Shield lob. Done that. And then I will turn my entire focus onto the Evis while they finish that guy up. Level 51. Quick ventilation. Okay. One more pull, and then we are at the last boss. Here, everybody's with us. When I say last boss, I meant next boss. Alright, this is the boss that has multiple strategies. The easiest strategy is healer will take the cannons, an enemy will drop down, and you have to fire the cannon that the enemy is in front of. This guy is best tanked right here. It's the safest place for everybody involved. So the healer looks like they might know what's going on. Well, they should if they're an astrologian, because you have to have gone through this. So, yep, he comes down. You got to activate Bertha. Otherwise, he'll do an attack like that. Monk is doing it. Hey. Good on you, Monk. Normally the healer does it. It'll do 2 attacks, and then disappear again. Typhoon is the other thing that happens. That is what Typhoon does. The reason that you want to be in here, and I'll back up some more, is because the Typhoon won't enter this chamber. And it typically avoids right here as well. So, you can safely avoid the Typhoon. Oh, this fight used to be a lot harder. Actually needed to activate the... Okay, so he is doing Bertha this time. Good. Now this is the strategy that I was taught when I first started playing and got to this point. Because I was a little bit slow in leveling. I was in beta, but I did not play until I had reached what is it? Midterms for school. Oh yeah, I forgot loot. Read. Evis. Get them all. Okay. So it's this room that we need to go to get the room. That's the treasure room that I want to get into. You know, this is actually one of the few dungeons where I don't mind if the DPS stun the dragons. Stun the trash. What the crap was that noise? Oh! Lady! Welcome in, lady. I don't recognize the bit alert. Still working on setting everything up with that. Welcome in, lady. I'm in a dungeon right now. Trying to teach as I go. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is a learning stream. I don't really want to have more icicles spawn on me, so I'll pull it back here. If that guy gets too close, I'll taunt him over. Don't. Okay. I thought that was gonna spawn something. My mistake. Right there. Yep, and you just... Thank you for pulling. I'm not gonna fault him. Be aware of where you're standing. There are enemies everywhere here. I'm just glad that the 4 didn't spawn. They spawn in the hallway. Or the 3 ice sprites spawn in the hallway there. So we got 2 pulls before the final boss. I forget if there's a key to open the last chamber in this one. I think there is. This is also a good point to bring up, the fact that the ice sprites are not doing physical damage, so they are going to hit harder than the other monsters in the game. By the way, thank you for the bit. That can be better? No. I'll just read on it. That's what we didn't want to spawn, because there are 3 of them. Yeah, you get like 5 of these things and it'll destroy a tank really quickly. And it's partially because of the gear limitations of the level and how much hit points you have. Because my max is just shy of 3k right now. Right. Final group. Oh, I just remembered this last boss. He's gonna be fun. Sometimes you can loop around and get everybody. As a tank, I feel that it's your job to keep the enemies as stationary as possible. Considering... Okay, we get to watch the animation. Oh, we don't get to watch the animation. Want to see the storyline? Please run the story. So, Nico is... okay. So, Iskabind, or Iskabind. This boss, tank him against a wall. He's going to do Rhyme Wreath and a few other raid-wide damage. But when he lifts off, you want to be in a spot where you can dodge in any direction, pretty much. He'll shoot the ground and create ice patches that will deal damage if you walk over them. Like this. The grid that he lays down his attacks in are going to be the 3 one way, 3 the other way. So it's best... okay. It's best not to be in a spot where that happens. Now, the second time he lifts up, he's going to shoot down these ice sheets. So, standing in the corners is not going to be, or the crossover of 4 directions isn't going to be the easiest thing to accomplish. You just have to wait for those to go out, and then adjust your movements appropriately. After the last one goes out, you want to get yourself near the corner or near the edge. The reason for getting near the corner or the edge is so that when he starts to make his descent, you can move in a direction and you control what direction you get pushed back in. When are you going to take off again? Used to fly at least 3 times per fight. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stand right here. We'll get get that thrown down. You get another one. And then we've got out of the middle. And our monk is dead, or our pugilist is dead. Out of there. Okay, I'm gonna stand here. Slowly move this way so that I get knocked into the corner. And that is pretty much how you do the fight. It's just rinse and repeat from here. You can pop your cooldowns whenever you want. If you got a decent healer, you won't need to use your cooldowns. Love Tap has been a good healer. So, from here it's just tank and spank. Note to self, I need to do a few things. But that's for off stream. We will finish this combat. And unlock the next duty. And that was Stone Vigil. Loot. I'll agree that, but I do want that. Because it's an upgrade. Look better? Yeah, that looks better. Alright. So that might toss us into some storyline. And people in chat. Why did it bring me here? I didn't want to be here. People in chat were discussing the other MMO that is big. A game that has consistently... Oh! Okay, I believe I know what's going on next there. But we are going to travel back there. Had something in my throat. I'm pretty sure that a certain game for the last few years has been artificially inflating their numbers just because they don't want to admit that they've been losing players to this game or other games that come out, or that the quality of their game has been diminishing. And considering that a lot of the subscriptions that they have been from people that do like a 6-month sub because they just want to get benefits that come with that, or they wanted a mount or something like that. The people that are seeking certain items or what have you, I have a feeling that they skew a lot of the numbers if they don't just outright fabricate them. One of the problems is that if you have a popular game and you over-report the numbers, people are going to be like, why is there nobody around then? It's like, yeah, I don't understand it. Okay, Fort of Fear. We got this one. That unlocks it both. Okay, so welcome to the second duty for the night. Zemel Darkhold. The meal Darkhold. This one has wonderful, wonderful mechanics. Let's mount up so we don't waste more of Caramel's time. Still around, lady? Or did you just pop in to give me a bid? Either way, it's good. Glad you came in and said hi. It's funny, a lot of the streamers that I watch haven't been doing stuff lately, so it's a little weird, but it happens. It's Meal Darkhold. This isn't a storyline one, so we get to have glimpses. This is also the dungeon that drops certain gear that almost everybody wanted. So, you will occasionally have this happen where you will have somebody abandon after they join. They'd rather take a 30-minute or more demerit than run certain dungeons. This place is actually really short, and it's a lot easier than it used to be, but you have to know how to do it. And I will be explaining the fights to my party before we engage, so I'm going to be trimming those out. So if you see the video skip later on, that's why. So, important thing to note. Stand in the purple. Always stand in the purple. That is why. The eye, the all-seeing eye runs up, and if you're not standing in the purple, you take massive damage from the AoE that it casts. Which is a fun thing here, because you gotta grab them and pull them all to this spot. Gotta pull it far enough that that guy also gets in. But sometimes you'll have to line of sight him, pull him into the purple. Okay, you also want to try to time your runs so that you are not... Okay. These are keys. These are what you need to sort of stand on. in order to unlock the door for the next spot. You can do it while you're in combat, or not, but the more people that are standing on it, the faster it goes. I thought it was this room, but there's... Excuse me. I thought there was a room around here that the all-seeing eye starts flying around and dropping his bombs. Now, a while back, different enemies. Well, I'm collecting my thoughts. So, white mages used to have an ability that would knock back. So, a white mage would stand where the betrayed soul is and just knock him in this direction. Not really the case anymore. So, best bet is purple. That goes off. You run to the lock. So, the locks you have to stand on in order to unlock the next door. You're going to take some damage from the eyes on me. But then we engage the boss. Boss is going to run forward. Can't engage until he comes and flies into the room. Because the boss has invincibility. In order to lose the invincibility, he has to be tanked on the purple. So what that means is... yeah, tank the boss on the purple. And... I couldn't dodge that, so I turned around. Ads will spawn. I'm telling the group to stand on the purple, and they are refusing to. So in a moment, it's going to say the power of the crystal is waning. So, what we do is we look for where the next purple is going to be. And we move over there. Try to grab the ads if you can. There we go. Normally it goes smoother than this, but I realized I forgot to explain the fight. And I'm apologizing for it. So, these should be the last two enemies. So it's alright to step off the purple if you know the AoE is not going to go out. Crystal's beginning to dim. My mistake. We're going to run, grab the ads to the last crystal. Ray doesn't do that. So, boss is invincible unless he is standing next to one of the crystals in the purple glow. There will be ads that spawn throughout it. You need to gather them. The party should be standing on the purple to avoid the raid-wide damage from various things. Can't need on it, but that is one of the pieces. Show UI. People liked having that. and it's a tradable item, so they would get it and sell it. They later added in a dyeable version. So the red crystals are going to be different. They will explode. Alright, so the Nicks along here are going to be a problem because they have a knockback. Okay, we're going to come over here to the soul. I don't think they're going to be an issue, but along here you have to be careful because you can see down here you can actually get knocked off the edge and down there, and many times if you fall down there, you're dead, or you'll pull things up to the party. I do enjoy pulling back here because it's just easier than trying to navigate falling down and coming back up. There are caves along here that you can explore if you choose to. Done it once. Should be enough. Got decent DPS, and there's the other Nicks. Nope, low blow. Yeah. That will knock you back and knock you off the edge, and that is why they designed this section like that. So that should be the last of the Nicks. I'm gonna grab everything up. And I'm gonna stun the soul. Be careful, because you can line of sight your healer along here. And if you fall off the edge, you'll definitely line of sight your healer. And probably take falling damage. Careful with the crystals. Not really an issue right now, but they can be. Everyone's with me. You got souls. Actually, I have to pull back, and nope, can't line of sight him. I'm paying way too much attention to the things that I shouldn't be paying attention to, and I'm forgetting my basic tanking stuff. And it might get me killed. Alright, so I tend to wait for one to go off, and you can move through. Gonna be one more pull, I believe. Bring it back here. Just because we got the soul there. The souls down here will be a pain because they're ranged attackers. So do what you can. Yep, that was the last thing before this boss. So, Howlard. This boss is sort of a simple tank and spank. I say sort of because there will be ads that come out, but you don't engage the ads. They will just here and start throwing rocks at your feet, and you just dodge them. Nothing else that you can do aside from dodge them. That is all this fight is. It is the simplest fight in here. The last fight, I'll explain when we get there. As I've done in all of my videos. Nope, he's not stunnable. We should get the second round of the at our feet AoEs shortly. It'll start right before he dies. Oh, he has a knockback. He has a knockback. That's my mistake. Find it funny because the Templar's set was also the tanking set from this duty. Okay. Now these sections, there will be enemies around crystals. You want to grab and pull back. There will be a padding group of skeletons over there. Oh, there are two padding groups. Okay, so there are patrolling groups of skeletons. And we've got keys that are next to crystals. What you'll want to do is obviously not fight the things near the crystals. Oh, that is my mistake. That is definitely on me. I thought I had threat. Going to grab that. Pull them all down. And let them get behind. Yeah, I got hit by the curse. And I'm going to pull. They got close enough, I can pull. So, you take care of the ads, you take care of all the mobs in the area. And then all four of us need to stand on one of those things. As the tank, I can withstand it. If you're playing tank, you can withstand it. If you are not the tank, then you wait for the explosion to go off, then you stand on it. We're not in combat. We'll still get the heal. But if you have all four people standing on it, you can get in and out without thing going off. And it opens up the doorway to the next area. It's not as intuitive as one might think. Pulling the Drake. Comes with another Drake. One of those groups that you want to face away from the group because they have a frontal cone. Alright. Oh. Patrol. There's a patrol here. So, keep an eye out. I forgot about the patrol. I haven't been here in a couple years, so I think I'm allowed that. Eos is a good healer. Not at this level. Alright. So we are at the last boss. I'll let this play. Alright, so this boss will link to these crystals that are around him. When he does, he becomes invincible. Also, this boss is a healing priority. You want to heal because he does massive damage to everybody. So there's the crystal he's linked to. That makes him invincible. Once it's broken... Oh, my mistake. The attacks don't come from the crystal. But he will turn and he'll attack a random person. The attacks don't come from the crystal, they come from him. He charges up, he shoots a beam at people. But I've got to stay here while he does his stuff. Or rather, until he starts doing that, then I can come and attack. And I get hit by that one. Alright. This has been sloppy, and I apologize for that. He's gonna summon some void circles on the floor shortly. Gonna stay here until he targets somebody. And then I can go out and do it. Alright. So that is how it's supposed to be done. Now we're gonna get the void circles. Don't want to be standing in them. And we might... No, we're not going to get the second level limit break. I am going to pop my damage mitigation. Oh, we've got a level 2 limit break going out. Okay. And that was the Zemo Darkhold. I don't know how to pronounce it. A little rough. Sorry about that. Oh, Sentinels Sabaton. Not taking the Orchestrion. Alright. That was the second duty for the night, and we might get a third. Let's see if we can go get a third. Only been doing this for 2 hours? Seems longer. So. We're gonna get a third. I'd say the biggest gill sink in this game is going to be teleporting. I'm gonna check the building first. Yep. And I will make a list of which duties after I hit level 50 and start doing the quests. Which duties I do in what order. Because some of them are going to be storyline based and some of them are going to be like the Darkhold we just did. So we are going to be entering into one of my favorite fights very shortly, which is, I think it's called the Eye, or the Eye of the Storm. Alright. Raining. I don't remember it ever raining here. I'm observant. Oh, okay. I'll go down into the twisting chaos that Bahamut left. Bahamut. You're a black mage. That's somebody you're going to be talking to. I'm feeling hungry, probably because I haven't eaten today. Let's see, can we jump down from up here? We cannot jump down. We're gonna have to find our way down. Manual way. I don't necessarily remember the way, I'm looking at the mini-map. Okay. Over here. That's all we need to do. Okay, present crystal to them. It's honestly a lot easier just to do it this way. It's so much easier. Kind of like the rain animation. Very simple. I like that it's not a static rain design. It actually moves when you move the camera. I hope the quality is enough that you can see it. Ahasako. Yay. Emperor Big. It's the reversal of how Rogadin name should be, but they were a Hrothgar. Okay. Kinda like that. Actually really like that. They've got him targeted, but they're probably not moving on that player's screen. But they are moving on my screen, so the head follow is independent, I think. Airport. Going to Airport. Okay. We are basically gathering the pieces to go and visit the place that I want to go. It's kind of funny that Garuda is going to be the last one, and they kind of reverse the order, or mix up the order when you enter the hard modes. And you have to do the hard modes in order to advance storyline at one point. It's not as it was a hang-up for me at the time because I did not have the I didn't really want to do a hard mode of stuff because everyone was complaining about its difficulty at the time. And I just wanted to relax and play the game, because as one does when one is dealing with the stresses of school. I'm seriously considering going back too. Okay, Sienna. Or Kiana. Speak with Skyfern. Oh. Okay, yeah. I remember this quest. I thought this was a side quest. I get that skill. That's Passage of Arms. That creates a shield that protects anybody that's around you. Or rather, that's behind you. Anomalous Assassins. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was going to be that quest. Might still be that quest. Though the mobs would not be that high of level. Oh, that was a job quest, I think. Okay, Sienna. Luna Lovewood. Okay. That is a name. Back to Sienna. This is one of those times that I wish that I could fly on my mount, but I can't do that until after I reach Heavenward and I unlock the ability to fly. Level 52. I will go and look and see if I can take the quest next time I teleport. I don't think I can until I finish Heaven's Word. Which is okay. Oh. It brings us here. That siren song. Pharaoh's serious. One of the nice things about being over-leveled is things aren't going to start attacking me for a long time in this game. Pharaoh's Sirius, which is a lighthouse. And honestly, one of the more fun dungeons. Okay. Follow Mimidoa to the shipwreck graveyard. Ship graveyard. Fun little tidbit over here. But I think I would need an elixir to do that. You don't start getting elixirs until level 50. You're gonna be doing the glam game and taking screenshots. It's a must. There's a magic pot over there that you give it an elixir and it will give you a pet. And the pet is a light source you can actually adjust. But is useful. Ah. Siren. Beat Siren's thralls. Charmed Bosun. Charmed Grommet, Charmed Loadsman, Charmed Bosun. That sword's as tall as I am. Almader, Grommet, and Bosuns. Keep an eye out underneath ya. Can't necessarily see it that well. Control E. Got 2 notes going around. Enemies from behind now. Und the captain. Alright. So this should be the last thing. Turn around. Right. Oh, that was a nice little prelude. I think one of the things that I have in my head is that I make my video editing seem too daunting to me. When it's really extremely simple and it takes very little time. I think one of the other reasons, because it took forever to render on my last computer. Like, the rendering of the videos that I did, that I did for today, would have taken me probably 4 or 5 hours to do, and it was done in like 20-30 minutes. Granted, it takes up 70% of my new processor, but still, something. Okay. The Curious Case of Giggity. Okay. Speak with Hedden and Gridania. I said I was gonna check in Ulda first. I'm gonna check in Ulda first. This is checking to see if I can accept the next Paladin quest. I do not think I can. But it is worth checking out because the quests take you into Ishgard. Yep, can't. Go curious case of Giggity. We will go to Black Shroud. Gridania. Teleport. No. I think I'll do a morning stream tomorrow. No, I've got errands to run during the day, so I can't do that. Stuff I couldn't do Monday. Up to do tomorrow. I'm running when I shouldn't be. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, that's what those are. Alright. So that is going to be another video. Another stream. And they will have their own sub-streams as well. Are you heading my way? Intro shroud. Oh, we gotta go down there. No, let's not do it. Nope, nope, nope. Crystal. Crystal. White Wolf Gate. White Wolf Gate. Why teleport when you can just go out the gate? And it's faster. Ah. This was difficult at level because these things were hostile. Crystal Bearer. It wants to romp with me. I do not want to romp with it. Now we have to go back and talk to Eden. Only thing I don't like about this gate, you have to talk to a guard to go through it. Can't just zone in. My load times are considerably better too. It used to take like 4 or 5 seconds to zone in, now it's almost instant. Mizuki Namine. I love the fact that there are so many people in the game right now that are just discovering everything that's going on. The storyline. Deliver the corrupted crystal to Sid. Where are you? You're gonna be here, so... Very roundabout way to get back to Sid. Gonna go... Airship landing. That's right. My mistake. Have to talk to her. There we go. Yep. And there we are. Right. Howling Eye. Selection. Go to. Join. Gunball Fistman. We'll see if we get in the same party as him. look to be a monk. That is a warrior. Then we just wait for Duty Finder. This is the normal mode, meaning there's not going to be any loot. But I think that should also open up the Trial Duty Finder as well. We'll see. I don't know, the bunny looks kind of weird with the paladin gear. From a farther distance, my character kind of looks cross-eyed. Oh, another tank. Interesting. Now, when you're doing these, you do not need to stay in this area. You can teleport out. But it's still kind of cool to check out everything. Okay, wrong button. The Howling Eye. Gotta skip the cutscene. There's the music. Okay. Garuda's fight. These pillars are important. You don't want them to be damaged. So, your best option is to come and tank the boss right here. The boss will do some AoE attacks like that. They'll do, we're gonna run and do this. You want to put one of the pillars between you and the boss, and then get right back to where you were. They should not be standing next to the pillars. Okay. Kill ads. Can easily be done now. The plumes will blow up the pillars. You need the pillars alive to absorb damage from an AoE that she does in the middle of the fight. If there's too much damage done to Slipstream, when she does Slipstream, you can move out of the way and then move back. If you don't, you get knocked down. Okay. He'll appear in the middle. He'll send out plumes. Always good to go and check. Make sure she's not doing an AoE damage. To help orient yourself in this place, this is always going to be at the north. Okay. Okay, doesn't matter where you stand for this. If those pillars are destroyed, that will wipe the group. But now you need to move into the middle. And that is why. You'll get damaged by that swirling vortex around you. You don't want to stack on each other because of the little wind vortexes that she tosses out. Mistral Song. Do not be standing in front of her. Mistral Song is a frontal AoE. This one, I don't think we need to kill the plumes. Move out of Slipstream. Move back. It doesn't hurt to kill them if you come in contact with them. They will explode and deal damage, depending upon the DPS in your group. But that is how you deal with Garuda. Yeah, the healer was named Bill Murray, so I was just commenting, you know, if you're the real one, have fun out there. Because you never know. You never know if you're going to run into somebody out there, and just be nice to them. Alright. So that is where I'm going to call this video tonight. This stream as well. I'm going to teleport to Horizon. I'm going to look at what's coming up to see what I can do off stream. It's funny, I'm only doing main storyline quests on stream, but I'm not watching the quests. So, we're going to find someone to raid real quickly. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to. I'm not going to hold against you if you don't, but I'd appreciate it if you watched to this point. I hope you found the video informative. Let's see if there's anybody else playing Final Fantasy XIV right now. No. Let's go over and visit Kai. They're doing a game that I play occasionally. Stardew Valley. We're gonna go raid RPG Kai. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Stream ending. Bye for now. Take care. Be safe. I love you.